Great to welcome in Hannah Horne, Vice President of Public Policy and Programs for the Hilton-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. Hannah, last week we talked about, well, we did a whole riff on Get Smart, but anyway, we talked about the special small business education classes that are coming up. Cybersecurity is first, and now you've even got somebody special to talk about.
We do. We are so pleased to welcome Colonel William Oden to our community. Colonel Oden is the Deputy Chief of Staff of Cybersecurity and Intel for the South Carolina State Guard. He has 23 years retired senior network experience. He retired from the U.S. Air Force. He was responsible for 4 fighter squadrons associated with the unit's computer and network systems. Guy's really smart, and he's coming to our area. We just want to make sure that we pack the room full of businesses, business owners, staffers who really want to learn how to protect their business. You know, cybersecurity, it seems like such a hocus pocus, you know, something that happens, you know, between, you know, the Russians or, you know, we hear all of it, but the just bottom basic fact, if you've ever had your credit card information stolen, if you've ever been hacked just as a person, then you can imagine how tragic and critical that this is for a business. A business that is affected by cybersecurity is 60% more likely to go out of business in that first year because they've had their data compromised, they've had their systems compromised, their reputation compromised. So we really need to make sure that our businesses have the technology infrastructure in place as well as the processes and procedures. Think about this, those employees within the organization logging on to outside websites. Do you allow Facebook? You know, what is in your employee handbook about what your employees are allowed to do that could possibly allow those types of viruses to come into your organization? So we're going to really drill down in this 1-hour class held on, this is on Thursday, January the 24th. Okay. In this 1 hour, we are going to define cybersecurity, cybersecurity practices, cyber threats, risk management, and how best practices to guard against cybersecurity. All of this free and open to the public. We want to pack the room with folks for this really important information.
Might be the best hour you spend all week, that is for sure. Yeah. The Chamber's In the Know series has a special guest speaker coming up to kind of set up a little more of the micro economy forecast, and then we're going to talk about the macro here in a minute.
Right, and we do hope that we have a lot of folks there for that January 22nd event with Dean Peter Bruce, who's with the Moore School of Business, talking about business and industry trends in South Carolina. But I just want to point out to folks as well to log on to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Again, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. This is the mothership of chambers of commerce. Also the largest lobbying organization, by the way, in the country. They really are on the forefront of protecting and securing business interests around the country. Its president, Tom Donahue, recently gave the 2019 State of American Business Address, and I just want to send folks to that website to be able to not only read but also listen to him talk about workforce and employment, the talent pipeline that we need to begin to produce as Americans, infrastructure, global trade, responsible governing, and protecting business growth among the topics that he discussed. Really good stuff.
The little bit of that I've read, he's somewhat critical at times of what's going on right now, and so really has some interesting things for you to think about.
Yeah, they sometimes call themselves the skunk at the picnic because they will shoot straight with what they believe is going to protect American businesses.
All right, no skunks at the picnic coming up at the Chamber Ball. Folks can still get tickets for that. Tell us about it.
Yeah, get your boogie shoes on. 26th of January at the Marriott Hotel. Tickets are still available. You can log on to our website, hilton-blufftonchamber.org. Grab those and then put on your prettiest dress or tuxedo, black tie optional, and join us. We're going to be giving away several awards at that particular banquet, and the theme this year is Up, Up, and Away. We're going to be celebrating all of that new air service that's in our area, which I believe our friend John Rimbold's going to be on the show later to talk about.
Very shortly later. Yes. Thanna Horne, the Vice President of the Hilton-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce.